Starting the day out early in Nebraska. Just left the Gilbert Baker campground and immediately began on gravel road. You would not believe this is Nebraska. The road I'm on looks like it could be a pain when it's wet. It's rutted. My kind of road. Incredibly beautiful here. Last night the songbirds were singing and it's peaceful and quiet. Temperature was perfect. There's a little bit of condensation on the inside of my rainfly. Have it on the back here to let it dry a bit, hopefully. Got a little bit of a challenge this morning with gas. The gas in Harrison was closed when I got to town by 6 o'clock. And I was informed that they would not reopen again until Monday morning. This is Sunday morning. Oh, Lord. What an incredible, majestic place you've given me to be this morning. You are an awesome God. Out there. He's stopping to look at me. We're looking at each other. And there he goes. He's looking again. Ladies, move along. So I'm crossing into Wyoming. This is the Wyoming border here. At least they had a mark. You see the deer. The deer up on the hill there. They're beautiful. Oh, that one's an antelope. A deer and an antelope. This is where the deer and the antelope play. Right here in nowhere, Wyoming. Oh, here's some more. Deer buddies. Harrison, where the station closed it early on Saturday and does not reopen again until Monday morning, has caused me to press to the limit of my fuel range, and I'm still, I think, about 30 miles away from the nearest fuel. But fortunately, I've brought this extra supply of fuel. This is the first time that I've used it. I anticipate that there will be many more opportunities, since I only have about 150-mile fuel range. Although the first day, when I had 20-mile-an-hour tailwinds coming out of the south, I was getting 52, 55 miles a gallon. Yesterday, with 20 to 35, 40 mile an hour gust headwind all day, I was only getting 35, 39 miles a gallon. So it's pretty variable depending on the wind. I pretty much resigned myself for the entire trip to endeavor to drive the speed limit, whatever that is. In Nebraska, pretty much 65 miles an hour everywhere you go. No options, except maybe 55. I started out this morning, beautiful dirt roads, 30 miles or so. Saw coyote, saw deer, saw antelope. Beautiful for, you wouldn't think about Nebraska being that way. Then I crossed into Wyoming. This road here is 70 mile an hour speed limit. No wind. I almost didn't bring this extra fuel tank and just wait till I got up north to buy one. I'm so thankful that I have this with me. It's a 2.5 gallon tank. If I put it on just right, I can get 2.8 gallons in it. It's a glorious morning. Alright, I'm going to pack her up and move on now. Okay, I'm in a national forest area on a forest road. I'm in the middle of Montana. Well, I stopped because I spotted these little purple flowers. I think it's alpine lupine, not sure. These flowers are for Mary and for Sharon. They are the lovers of the flowers. I'm hoping that you're able to see these little flowers. They're all over the place up here. I just picked some here handy. Anyway, little flowers for Mary. I love you, Mary. Hope you're having a great time. Oh, there's a bumblebee getting breakfast. He's filling up with groceries. Oh. I'm still on the forest road. Incredible. You can see the snow-topped mountain vista there. I've been watching those mountains for last 2 days, seeing them at various distances. Different mountains too. All right, I'm going to continue on. So apparently I wasn't in the national forest yet. Apparently now I am in the national forest. I stopped because of the view. Incredible view up here. You can see my road down there in the valley. Come up a little ways. You look at the elevation here, 6,884 feet, still climbing. Great little bonus forest road on the way up. Incredible vistas. Out the GPS. Well, this is a majestic looking mountain. I'm just on the eastern slopes of Glacier National Park. Wind is blowing fiercely today. And I stopped 2 or 3 times to take a look at this mountain. And this lake down below. There's a campground down there that had a fence across the gate. I'm going to go up to another place, probably up by St. Mary's. I'm not far from St. Mary's now. Okay, I made it to the border of Canada. It's a cold, chilly morning, like 40 degrees, and I'm a little bit worried about the possibility I might not have been very well prepared for the cold, but it's brisk, let's put it that way. And you can see, I guess you can see over my shoulder here, the port of entry. I'm getting ready to go through and pass into Canada. It's just a milestone in my journey here. Over here you see this marker that marks the United States-Canada border. And here you can see the bike. It's still surviving, doing well. If you look back behind me, and maybe you can see the mountains back there. Glacier is just awe-inspiring. If anywhere the majesty of God's creation is evident, it's in Glacier National Park. And, I'm thankful this morning. I see that it's not too breezy, and you can see the United States flag over there. And if we look back here, you can see Canadian flags wafting in the breeze. It's a glorious morning. Praising God for having carried me thus far safely and happily. It's been a great trip, and I have a long ways to go yet. Well, this is the view from my room in Grand Cache. I'm just getting ready to leave and didn't want to go without capturing the view. I had the picture windows facing this last night. It was light till 10:50, for crying out loud. And so I got to take it in for a while. It's an awesome view. The mountains are just incredible. I never grow tired or get bored with looking at the majesty of the mountains. I was cruising along and almost missed this sign. Almost missed this entry into British Columbia. Alberta has been beautiful. I love Canada, especially Alberta. The roads are great, the people are wonderful, everything is clean. Black bear, he's just hanging out. He's really not too interested in me. Looks like he's eating the daisies. I sure hope you can see this thing. I've traveled for 100 miles this morning and haven't seen hardly any wildlife at all. There this guy is, just over here munching the daisies. Okay, we'll just hang out here then.
It's a dusty, dusty road. So
it'll be all right.
If it wasn't dusty, 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 I would have left you back there.
Well, thank you for bringing me to the front. I didn't know what was going on, but I appreciate that.
You're welcome. But sometimes it gets so dusty that motorcycles don't get seen and they get bumped by the vehicle behind them because they land in this little cloud. So
not to mention being choked by having to breathe all that too.
That's right. So I bring them to the front for dust and I stick them in the back. Sometimes the flagger will get you to be the very last one because you guys can pass on a dime. But when we're grinding up the road and you got 12 inches of soft sand, if you wiped out, the vehicle behind you would
run over me.
So that's why sometimes we stick you in the front, sometimes we stick you in the back.
All right, well, good.
Yes. So, and then some flaggers just don't care.
Oh.
So, but we like everybody to try and make it to where they're going.
I want to do that.
Yes. So where are you coming from?
I'm from Fort Worth, Texas.
Oh my goodness. You've rode that all the way from here?
Yes, I have. I've come through National Forest and done forest roads, and I did 40 down in Alberta, which is all gravel, for 250 miles, and I'm...
So I see you're carrying a gas can. What do you got, like 5 liters of gas? 3.5?
Yeah, I won't be able to make the long stretches. I'm going to go up to Dempster.
Right.
And I don't know, I'm not very good with kilometers and miles, but it's like 250-mile stretch.
Right.
But I've already had to use the gas can several times, so that's why I'm carrying it. It just doesn't, this thing only holds 3.5 gallons of gas.
3.5, yeah.
Yeah.
Just like a little beanie tank.
Cheap to fill, but doesn't get you very far.
That's right. Exactly. And there's not like a whole lot of gas stations out here.
Right.
Especially, you know, if you're going through a small town, they close down early. You know, it's like you're camping in places that you normally wouldn't camp because you got to wait for them to open.
Yep, yep. Well, I made it to Alaska, and it's cold today. You can tell by the skies, it's cloudy, but no rain. Hallelujah. And I hope you can see the Alaska sign over my shoulder here. And I'm going to try and get a few still pictures. There's a lot of traffic here, a lot of people taking pictures. There's the Alaska sign clearly. And there's the Husqvarna. It's still kicking good. Worried about the electrical system, but I'm just using it and it's working. Praise God. I'm gonna try and set up and take some still shots now. I don't even know what day this is. I think it's Monday. Monday, maybe the 11th, June the 11th. It's been a long time coming. Good day so far today. One more shot of the Alaska sign. American flag. Gloriously beautiful here. Of course, it's snowing and raining on me every little bit, but there's a cost for everything. I've stopped at a place called Hurricane Gulch. The weather is beautiful and clear today. It is a glorious morning. I've been seeing Mount McKinley off to my right along for most of the way. It is unbelievable. I thought I would be able to get a video of it from here, but it looks like not, and I can't go down there. But you can see the gulch and the incredible bridge that they built here. I will take more video when I go across the bridge. unexpected little waterfall here in the middle of nowhere. Beautiful here. There's a canyon on my left, and you can see Denali ahead of me. I've been focusing on the road quite a bit. It's incredible. Beautiful up here. Look down in the valley. Beautiful little stream here. I've just stopped and turned around. The road goes on. Can't see Denali from this valley to climb out of here. Here's my road. That's what you got on the right. I wouldn't want to go down there. This is near the end of Petersville Road. Actually, I don't know if it's the end or not. I went for a good ways and decided to turn around. Never did see exactly why the road is closed, except for it's full of mud holes or to swallow a Buick. No mud holes here though. I'm between Glen Allen and Tok. Pretty good road. Smooth here, but has a lot of repair and ups and down bumps, and unfortunately right directly in front of me is more mountains that we can't see because of the trees here. I'm going to stop in Tok and pick up a few things and head on up towards Chicken, top of the World Highway tomorrow morning into Dawson City. Should be there early, only 100 and some miles, 150 miles or less. And we'll either get the tires changed then or stay over another day and then head up on up north. I'm on the top of the World Highway between Chicken and Dawson City. It's a beautiful morning, sunny and not too cold. It's about 40 degrees. Morning.
Is your camera on?
You want me to turn it off?
Please.
crossing the ferry into Dawson City. Well, I'm on the Dempster Highway, about 165 miles up. I've ran out of gas. I have my spare tank, filled it up. I will easily make it to Eagle Plains, I believe. Plenty of fuel. I still have the Rotopacks 1 gallon that the guy from Quebec gave me in Dawson City. Started out raining this morning, but now it's warmed a little bit and the rain has stopped. Everything on me and on the bike is covered with gray, dirty muck. Wind is blowing pretty hard up here. Probably can't hear me. Saturday, June the 16th, and I have reached the Arctic Circle. 66 degrees, 33 minutes north. It's been nice thus far. The road is better than I thought. I traveled in the rain for a bit, and everything on the bike is all mucky. Here you can see the little headlight and the fender, and you can see there's a couple there in a Jeep. They leaving Inuvik. They actually were born and raised there, they told me. And here's the back of the bike all scummed up. Can't even read my license plate. Can't tell where I'm from. I am so happy to be here. This is the farthest north I've ever been. Unbelievable gift from God to have arrived thus far safely. And I'm looking forward to Tuktoyaktuk. Tuktoyaktuk is 300 miles further north from here. I'm going to try and push on to Inuvik tonight. It's a long ways, another 230 miles, and this is already like 1:30 in the day. But the weather is good. It is good for here. It's about 40 degrees or maybe a little bit colder. But my gear is working and I'm comfortable. And the bike seems to be working good. The road has long good sections and then bad sections. But so far the bad isn't that bad, and I've been able to get by very well. Let me walk over here to the other side of the sign. Nothing over here, but I can give you a panoramic vista over my shoulder. I'm assuming you're able to see that. Beautiful, different world up here. Harsh place to live and survive, but I don't know why someone would live here, but people want to get away from the people of the world. One more look at the sign, and then I'm going to put this away. There's the sign, and here's comes somebody in a truck, so I need to get out of the way so they can take their picture. at the, I think it's the Peel River Ferry, just across the river from Fort McPherson. I've been riding in deep, sloppy, icky mud, going 20 miles an hour, or sometimes 5 miles an hour. And I've come far. I've got about 350, 60 miles. There's supposed to be a campground over here on the other side. I'm going to try and take a room in the campground. Muddy mess here, mud everywhere. I hope I don't fall getting onto the ferry. Well, the ferry was operating and I did make it. Forgot to turn the camera on for the mudslide, but it was okay. I made it through by the grace of God. Oh boy, another muddy mess.
Hey, we'll see you later, Dave. Soft, man. Take your time through.
Well, I've reached Inuvik. The weather is beautiful today, and I'm going to stop at the information center and check on the highway condition, or the dirt road conditions to Tuktoyaktuk. I may push on for Tuktoyaktuk today since the weather is good. It'll be a long day to get back here, but I think I can do it. Okay, so I'm not quite halfway from Inuvik up to Tuktoyaktuk. Just stopped here on the side of the road, take a little break, and climbed up a little knoll here to look over the countryside. This earth here, the tundra, is all soft like a sponge to walk on. I do not imagine you could ride anything out here. It's not a very stable surface. Get the camera out of the sun, hopefully. Lots of the water here still has floating ice. It's not too cold today. As you can see, the sun is shining and is not raining. I'm going to have a long day today, but I decided to take advantage of the good weather and push on to Tuktoyaktuk. And then I will have to make it back to Inuvik tonight before it's too late, of course. There is no place to stay along the way, and there's no place to stay there, no camp or hotels. And wild camping on this surface here would be a challenge. Possibly it could be done. I hope I don't have to test that theory. Well, here it is, the Arctic Ocean. It was not easy getting here. What did you do for Father's Day? I went to the beach, wearing my overcoat. In the Arctic Ocean. What a glorious victory this is. It's cold here, as you can tell. You can see over here there's a little church, old boat. There's a bunch of campers and people out on the very point here. I come over here to my private beachfront property. I have a private beachfront bench here where I can just hang out, enjoy the rays, get some sun, and I'm not feeling like a swim today. It's I didn't bring my ice breaking equipment. Well, it has been an incredible journey to get here. The roads are a challenge, but today the weather is spectacular. And it is my goal to make it back to Inuvik tonight early enough to not be totally exhausted. It took longer. beautiful sunrise this morning. I'm in Eagle Plains, leaving out early in the morning, which is irrelevant where the sun never sets. That's a beautiful sunrise. Lots of clouds, but it seems like it's warm. Mosquitoes are just eating me up here. Can't sit still for any time at all. Gotta move. Welcome to tonight's segment of Camp Cooking with Eddie in the Lappy Canyon campground in Yukon Territories off of the Campbell Highway near Ross River. And I'm going to prepare a gourmet meal streamside tonight for your entertaining enjoyment. The primary reason I chose to film this tonight is because of the roar of the river behind me. Heavy rapids, it's an incredible campsite, the best I've had ever. Listen to the sound of this incredible river running behind me. I will be sleeping to that incredibly soothing sound tonight. There is not another soul in the campground yet. It's about 4:30, no, it's almost 5 o'clock. So there may be some more show up. It seems that I have this part of the camp all to myself. Okay, the entree for tonight will be some kind of rice something, Mexican flavored. I had half of it the other night, and I saved half for tonight. And just pour this in the bowl here, hot. And I pre-measured a cup of water. This in here. And we'll get the little stove going. A little hot on the stove. I had to shim the stove up with some pieces of wood to make it so that it would set level. Just stir this around a little bit, get the sauces mixed in there. And I have my combination cutting board plate, compliments of Chris Wilson, thank you. He's traveled all the way to the Arctic Ocean with me. Served me well. A little windscreen. While that is boiling, we will prepare the flakes of chicken fajitas. Nice big juicy jalapeno, half of an onion or a quarter of an onion. Nice looking onion. I have some olive oil. A little bit in there. Now we will put the long in the frying pan. Tune up these jalapenos so they're edible by me. Seeds are a little bit too much. I have to sleep in the tent with myself. Into the pot. I've had an incredible day today, just flawless weather. It was hot. I had to take off clothes a couple different times. Beautiful, pristine weather. Today was the day of the fireweed flowers. They were everywhere. Along the edges of the road, I took pictures because I know Sharon loves the flowers. Saw an Arctic fox. I got a video of the Arctic fox. I also saw a mama bear and the cubs, and I got video of them together also. I had to go back and turn around a couple times to do it. I didn't want to stop because I'm thinking Mama Bear was not too happy with me being that close. I was only a few feet away from them, maybe 10 feet. This is a Canucks idea of chicken. It's like breast chicken. I had it before and it was fun. I also had turkey, I had ham, and I had shrimp on gourmet night. But mostly I've had chicken. The rice is simmering nicely, and it calls to be covered for, I don't know, 5 minutes or so. It works out well for me to cook this stuff while it is simmering covered. And I have some Montreal steak sauce seasoning. It just works for everything. You can put it on vegetables, you can put it on eggs, you can put it on your cereal. A little more. And it's good. Okay, I'm ready to start cooking the peppers and onions and pressed chicken bits. Get everything soaked or saturated, at least touching some oil. Looks good, huh? Oh, almost forgot. No gourmet meal would be complete without gourmet wine. I bought these in Alaska because they don't have these. They don't have box wine, any small serving, in Canada. I wish I could think of some of James's terminology, you know, fruity, graphite, you know, wild hickory nuts, oak, tannins. It's got it. Yeah, notice I have tortillas. That's bread-like carbohydrate that lasts forever, will survive on the bike, doesn't need refrigeration. Same with the onion. I had bought this Ziploc container, put one onion in there. I have a whole bag of jalapenos, and cans of chicken, of course, are easy to come by. And this has been my staple meal, just because I don't know how to cook a whole lot of things, and I come up with something that would survive on the trail and taste pretty good, so this is it. I've been having instant oatmeal for breakfast, and of course coffee, and occasionally I have eaten out in the evening. And last night in Dawson City I had an extraordinary meal. I had half a rack of barbecued ribs. Oh, they were melt in your mouth kind of barbecued ribs. I had a grilled vegetable medley and rice, of course a glass of wine, and apple pie a la mode, and it was fantastic. Although this river here, I could live here. It's incredible. I'll have to take the camera. I took still pictures earlier. That's the first thing I did when I got here. I didn't even set up a tent. I went down and took pictures because it's such an incredible place. I stuck my big toe in the water. It was hot, and so the first thing I did was strip off my clothes, and I put on shorts and a t-shirt and flip-flops. And the water looks tame, but it is ice cold, and I couldn't get in more than my big toe. Because I do not like the cold. It was really warm today. Very comfortable. Drove along the Yukon River for miles today. High places, bluffs overlooking, took beautiful pictures. And like I say, today was the red flowers or purple flowers along the road day. It was just constant the whole way, like the bluebonnets in Texas, only these were red. I think some version of fireweed, but I don't know. I took some pictures, and I'm sure Sharon will identify them when I get home. My chicken flakes are browning. And I think I pronounce it ready. Turn off the heat. Fire's going down. I put the tortillas on there and warm them slightly. You have to go quick before they catch on fire. I actually have not caught them on fire yet, but you can see it makes a black thing pretty quick if you aren't quick. It takes a while for the pressure on the line to go out of the stove so it continues to burn for a moment. It's just enough time to get my tortillas piping hot. Alright, so let's serve some of this up. Does that look good? At this stage of the game, I've always said I could eat tree bark and it would be good. This may taste like tree bark at home, but here it tastes exquisite for trail cooking. Get just the right proportion, so I have some left for the other tortilla. Wrap this up, something to keep it from rolling away. Surprisingly, outdoors, the heat dissipates very quickly from everything. Oh, dropped some more of my chicken on the ground. The bird will be back for that. Hopefully it's a bird and not a bear. I haven't seen any bear tracks around here, but there are warnings about bears, and there's bear boxes everywhere in Canada and Alaska. Suits me. Get all the goodie out of that. I have my rice dish over here. It's kind of a spicy Mexican rice something. Comes in a bag, and half a bag a night. It's looking good. As you would imagine, I'm thanking God now for the incredible way He has provided for me, protected me, and carried me along. Lord, I'm so thankful for this incredible place that you put me tonight, and for the beautiful weather that I've had today. And Lord, I'm thankful for your loving kindness and your tender mercy always. Lord, I'm thankful for the food. I pray you bless it. I ask that you would nourish and strengthen my body with it, Lord. I pray this in Jesus' name. Amen. I know what this means. Maybe tree bark, but it's the finest wood available. All right, I brought the video camera down to the stream. It's a river. It's a wild river, and I'm gonna show you some of the incredible rapids that are happening here. It's just an incredible place. This is 30 feet from the picnic table that I just saw the food video. You can see there's a little side chute here where the water is divided a little bit. And you can see incredible rapids happening out here. I'm going to walk down the river here a ways. It's like to be in a kayak in that. I have no idea how far this narrow chute goes, but the name of this campground is Lappy Canyon, so I'm assuming this is the canyon here. It's almost enough to make me want to learn how to kayak. Except the temperature of the water. Oh yeah, and the 3,000-mile drive to get here.